Every culture has looked at their food and thought, that'd be better in bread. So today I'm gonna make 10 of the best sandwiches in the world, and by the end, you're gonna know how they stack up for me. The internet's gonna have a lot to say about this one, I think. Huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Let's get stuck in. First up, the lobster roll, an absolute classic, kind of bougie, but delicious. And I know you might be saying, Andy, that's not a lobster. This is a lobster in my part of the world. We're gonna do like a main style. First up, I'm gonna chop some chives and dice some celery. So the lobster roll was traced back to Perry's from Milford in Connecticut from 1929. That version was served with hot butter. This is the main version, which is done with mayonnaise and didn't come along until like the 70s. So to our lobster, I'm just gonna season it with some salt. Now, truth be told, I like to put Old Bay in my lobster rolls. However, this stuff's from Louisiana. I'm not sure my mates down in Maine will be very happy I put it in there. We're gonna leave it off today. But we will go with the mayonnaise, just a little bit of lemon juice. Give it a mix. Okay, we've got a soft roll. We just wanna flatten off these sides. I'm gonna cut it straight down the middle. Time to toast. Nicely toasted bun. Now we get as much of that lobster mix as we can in there. Don't be shy with it. If you're not gonna do it properly, don't do it at all. We have a crustacean down in this part of the world that we eat a lot called Moreton Bay bugs, which is called a slipper lobster in the US. And I think they make great sandwiches as an alternative. The lobster roll. Man, I love these things. A soft, buttery roll, a sweet lobster, the mayonnaise, and that lovely celery crunch through it. It's really, really good. Like, it's gonna be hard to beat. I don't think it's gonna be number 1, but it's probably number 2. I do wanna just taste some with some Old Bay because Old Bay's pretty good. I think it's better. That little bit of heat just livens it up a little bit. Old Bay for the win. Sorry, Maine. All right, the Philly cheesesteak from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in the US. Story goes, guy walks into a hot dog stand, asks for some beef scraps put into a hot dog roll instead of the sausage. Cabbie behind says that sounds like a good idea, orders it as well, then says you should sell it. Bosh. Couple of ways to have it. You can have it with whiz, which is like liquid cheese, or with provolone. I'm a provolone guy, so that's how we're doing it today. First things first, we need some onions. So we've got a hot griddle here. Just gonna get some neutral flavored oil on there and get these onions cooking. Onions have softened. Off to the cold side they go. More oil. So we've got some ribeye, which is very finely cut here. On that goes. Season with salt and pepper. Got a large like hoagie roll. We're gonna cut in half here. Start toasting that there. So we're gonna arrange our meat in a similar shape to our bun, and then we get onions on top of that, and then we add our provolone so that it melts. All right, bread over the top, and over we go. To the plate. There you go, the Philly cheesesteak. Beef, cheese, onions, bread. There's no way this doesn't taste good. Oh, very hot. It's very delicious. It's super savory. It's like the provolone, lovely sharpness. It's juicy. Onions have a really nice sweet savoriness to them as well. That's delicious. Just under the lobster roll, I think. Sorry, Philadelphia. It's delicious, but it feels like an everyday sandwich. Something I can eat every day, whereas a lobster roll feels a bit more deluxe. On to the next. The bacon buddy. I lived in England for 7 years, and this is calf food. This is everyday man food. It's back bacon, so not streaky bacon. This is not American style bacon, very much English style bacon, smoked on lightly toasted white bread and brown sauce. Lots of butter. I forgot the butter. This is very simple. First things first, let's get some bacon cooking. Now, we're not trying to make crispy bacon here, we're just trying to cook it. While that's cooking, we're gonna slice some white bread. Now, truth be told, this is Choripán, but Choripán is basically Japanese version of milk or of white bread anyway, so same.
Apparently it can be called a bap, a cob, or a sarnie.
A bap's different bread though.
Is it?
Yeah.
I swear English people just call whatever.
What's the language called, mate?
Hey?
What's the language?
English?
Correct. It's their language, they can call whatever.
No. The slang, dude, is crazy. Oh, let's call it.
I swear English just make the language up.
Yeah, they just
no. That's what you want to hear. Bubble. Bacon off. Right, next step, very important one. We toast our bread in our bacon fat. This is what we call cardiac arrest. Now for me, the toast on your bacon buddy is very important. You want a light toasting, but still soft in the middle. Next, butter. And you kind of want it like lumpy. You don't want like some even thing.
You want like a big bit of butter, a little bit of butter, the true experience. Brown sauce, lots of it. Load up your bacon on the butter, top it off. Very important. This makes or breaks it. Has to be cut at an angle. There we go, a thing of beauty, the bacon buddy. Sweet tea. But where does it rank? Look, it's very good. It's very comforting to me. Soft bacon, soft bread, a little bit of spice and sweetness from the brown sauce, lovely butteriness. It's delicious. But is it the best sandwich in the world? Not so sure. It's definitely at the bottom of the pile right now. I feel bad. It's very good though.
Right, before we stack up the next sandwich, a quick thank you for today's sponsor, Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes building a website really easy for anyone. Whether you're setting up a site for your business, putting together a food blog, or you just want somewhere to host your own recipes, Squarespace has a template for every use and category. They're professionally designed and fully customizable, and they look great on any device, so you can make it your own without it feeling like everyone else's. If you'd rather build something from scratch, you can use design intelligence to do the heavy lifting for you. It uses AI to streamline the whole process, answer a few quick questions about what you're after, and it will pull together a site that suits your needs. Beats staring at a blank page wondering where to start. And if you want to start making money off your site, then you can sell access to your content like recipes, courses, videos, or memberships. Just set a price, pick one-off or subscription, and you're away. So head over to squarespace.com/AndyCooks for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use code AndyCooks to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Now let's get back to those sandwiches. Next up, we've got the Cuban sandwich made famous by the movie Chef, well, made famous globally, I think, by the movie Chef. And I think there's some misconception, well, I don't know if it's misconception, but there's a theory that it comes from Miami, but apparently it actually comes from Tampa. Let me know in the comments what one's true. It's a delicious sandwich, I absolutely love it. It requires Cuban bread, which we do not get here in Australia, so I've got what I think looks as close as I can get to it here. We're gonna butter this bread, first of all. We're gonna butter it on both sides, but we'll worry about the other side after. That's just more so for the toasting. It's a very rainy day in Sydney today. My room temperature butter is not room temperature at all. Well, it is. Of course it is. The room temperature is just not very hot. So we've got some pickles, which we need to get sliced. Big fan of slicing pickles long way for sandwiches like this, not little discs. You really want to make sure you get a little bit of pickle in every bite. Right, we've got roast pork, which has just been marinated in lots of citrus and then roasted. Then we got leg ham, and I'm pretty sure there's versions of this that have a salami in it as well. But this is one of those sandwiches that's called a Cuban. I'm guessing comes from Cuban immigrants to that part of the US bringing their own food. Pickles, don't be shy, pickles are good. It's the only veggie in this sandwich, so let's not be shy. And Swiss cheese. Seems weird that we've got Swiss cheese in a Cuban sandwich, but hey, Swiss cheese in a Cuban sandwich that was invented Tampa, was famous from a movie that was shot in LA that was from Miami. Anyway. And American, excuse me. American mustard, or yellow mustard, whatever you want to call it. Now, this is traditionally cooked in a sandwich press. I don't have a sandwich press, so I'm gonna use a flat top instead. All right, we get some butter on here. On it goes. A handy dandy Andy Cooks protein press to be the top element. All right, the Cuban sandwich. I'm a mustard guy. I'm a mustard and pickle guy. I love the thing, so I've got a good feeling about this. The two types of pork, delicious. Cheese, lovely and rich. And then the mustard and pickle to cut through it all. Stunning sandwich. But where does it go on the leaderboard? Straight to the top. That's a great sandwich. Pork roll acquired. Okay, Marrickville pork roll, probably the most famous banh mi shops in Sydney. There's a few of them now, but that's the original one. We thought we'd just come and get one instead of making it. It's the type of sandwich that more often than not you do buy instead of make yourself. But we've got the three types of cold cut. There's basically two types of, I'm guessing, pork luncheon meat, and then this like char siu style pork. Delicious. And of course the crunchy baguette, almost the most important part of the sandwich. They're very good. Texturally, super on point. Crunchy outside baguette, soft middle, all that lovely cold cut meat, all the crunchy veg, and the soft pate and the mayonnaise. It's delicious. It's savory, sweet, sour, salty, umami, all those things all packed into one sandwich. Banh mi, or a pork roll as we call it here in Sydney. It's one of my favorite things to eat of all time. That's no joke. This has to go straight to the top of the list. I'm full. So next up, we've got Vada Pav from Mumbai. It's like street food there. They're served everywhere, cheap, affordable, and absolutely delicious. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this.
because it doesn't have any meat. Now, as a proud carnivore, a big meat guy, I love my meat. These things are up there with any burger in the world. I promise you. So what is it? So we've got potato. It's like a potato patty. It's got a lot of like spicy aromats, garlic, chili, coriander root, masala powder. Okay, and then we're gonna deep fry it. So we're gonna make a basin flour batter. So basin flour is chickpea flour. Deep fry it in some peanut oil till it's lovely, golden and crispy. While that's in there, we're also gonna fry some green chilies, so some little ones for like a nice little kick. Stand back. All right, let's make a Vada Pav. So I think one of the reasons people don't make this at home very much is because there's a little bit of work to getting to this point, but now we're here, it's just like any other sandwich, it's super simple. So we start with a bit of our tamarind sauce on the bottom and the top, some of our mint chutney too. On goes our potato, our crispy bits, a little bit more tamarind because honestly that's the best bit, and a fried chili, yum. Not gonna lie, when we wrote this video, this was the one I was most looking forward to eating. Texturally, it's fantastic. Soft bun, soft potato, crunchy outside, all those crunchy bits on the top, perfection. Balance-wise, it's also fantastic. It's spicy, it's sour, it's sweet, it's savory. Honestly, what more could you want? I think this is gonna shock a lot of people. This is definitely #1, which I think might shock a lot of you. Delicious. Next up from Argentina, we've got Choripán, which is a chorizo sausage, like a fresh chorizo sausage that we're gonna cook. We serve it in some bread with the national sauce of Argentina, chimichurri, and that's it. Super simple. First thing we need to do is to grill our sausage. So on a flat plate, just joking, I had all the Argentinians freaking out in the comments just then, to the grill. All right, so I'm doing this over a charcoal grill, and truth be told, to be proper Argentinian, it should probably be over like a wood charcoal base, but I'm in the middle of Sydney, I can't have a raging wood fire. On the grill, we're gonna bring it up to temperature and cook it reasonably slowly. These are probably gonna take about 10 to 12 minutes to cook all the way through. Stunning. Got our grilled chorizo, mate. Some fresh bread. This reminds me a lot of what we call here in Australia, a bunning snag. We're just gonna butterfly that sausage, and that goes chimichurri. No way, that's not gonna taste good. No way. What's not like about that? South American sausage and bread. Lovely spice. Chimichurri is one of my favorite sauces of all time. But where does it go on the leaderboard? For me, it goes above the lobster roll, below the Cuban. That's delicious. Shout out to Argentina. Okay, tonkatsu sandwich. Pork tonkatsu. So we've got pork, a pork loin that's crumbed in panko. Fun fact, panko breadcrumbs are made from electrified bread. I didn't know that before today. Anyway, we're gonna deep fry this till it's golden brown and cooked all the way through. Once that's done, we have Choripán. So this is white Japanese milk bread, a little bit denser than kind of traditional white bread. Lovely sweet flavor, super soft. You want this relatively thick. We are gonna cut the crust off this as well. And it's important this bread is super fresh because we're not toasting it. We're leaving it a la natural. Mayonnaise mustard on the bottom. Not sure why I'm using a caviar spoon, but we're here now. Tonkatsu sauce. Cabbage, very finely shaved cabbage. Pork, elegant. Cut the sides off, straight through the middle. There we go. Tell you what, it's a pretty good looking sandwich, isn't it? Nice cook on the pork, chef. Wee. Ah, all right, pork Katsu Sando. It's delicious. It's sweet, spicy, savory, all the good things. What I really love about the sandwich is the texture component. It's kind of inside out. You usually have a crispy exterior and a soft piece of meat in the middle. This is like a soft exterior, and then you get to the crispy meat and the juicy meat inside that. It's delicious. But does it take out the top spot? No. For me, I think this one goes just underneath the Philly cheesesteak. Next up, the classic club sandwich. However, there's only one place you should ever eat a club sandwich. And it's here, in a hotel room. Now, I am not sure why the club sandwich became the quintessential room service order, but it did. I don't think I've ever made this sandwich. I've definitely eaten a few of them. However, I'm not gonna say where I am, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed with this one. It's not cut on a triangle. Should be cut on a triangle, no? What is a club sandwich? Well, it's 3 pieces of bread. Should have like turkey or chicken in it, bacon, lettuce, tomato. This one has an egg as well, which is interesting. Doesn't look too bad. Anyway, in the interest of research, we will progress forward. Cutlery, what's that for? Very strong garlic aioli. Don't hate it though. It does have chicken in it. It's pretty good. It's like quintessential room service food, and there's something very luxurious about it, even though it is a very humble sandwich. Look, I love a club sandwich. It's absolutely delicious and deserves a place on this list, I think. However, I think its big downfall is its inconsistency. So for that, I think it goes bottom of the table. But being the bottom of the top 10 is not so bad after all. Next time you're in a hotel on holiday, get yourself a club sandwich. I promise you, you won't regret it. Last sandwich, and it is genuinely one of my favorite things in the world to eat, but will it take out that top spot? I'm not too sure. Of course, the classic Reuben sandwich. Rye bread, reasonably thick cut. Now, I think there's a bit of debate. Well, a lot of people say that a Reuben should be pastrami. I think it should be corned beef. So corned beef that's been cooking for quite some time. We're gonna slice this nice and thin. There's also a lot of debate about whether this comes from New York or Omaha. Let me know in the comments where you think this comes from. Now, if this isn't hot, I would definitely heat it up before assembling the sandwich, but it is hot, so no need. The other thing about a Reuben sandwich is that it needs a lot of meat. Do not be shy. Okay, top, Russian dressing. Sauerkraut, very important. I like the sauerkraut with the caraway seeds in it. And I do like to squeeze out any of the extra liquid. I like a lot of sauerkraut, but I don't want a soggy sandwich. This is not a French dip, which didn't make the list. Ooh, should it have? Not sure. What sandwiches did this list miss? Is your favorite sandwich on the list?
I reckon Vegemite peanut butter sandwich should have been on here, right?
PB&J, I've never understood the PB&J. It sounds vulgar. And then my cheese of choice for this sandwich is Gruyere. But I did learn the other day the hard way that it's from...
Did you learn, mate?
Sweden, Switzerland. I'm very apologetic to my Swiss friends. Good amount of cheese on there too. You might be thinking, Andy, that's ridiculous. How are you gonna eat that? Trust me, it'll work. Okay, bit of pressure, time to grill. Now that's a sandwich. Okay, I've eaten a lot of sandwiches today, but I do like a Reuben. I'll take a hit for the team. This is for you guys, all right? It's very good, very savory. I love the caraway and the sauerkraut. I think that comes out really nicely. I love how juicy that corned beef is from all that long, slow cooking. And I love the sourness that you get from the sauerkraut and that Russian dressing and the fattiness and the cheese that brings it all together. It's a delicious sandwich, but it is substantial. One of my gripes with the sandwich is that I do generally believe you have to have lots of meat. At the same time, you do feel like you need a nap once you've eaten it. For that reason, this sandwich, the Reuben, goes under the Katsu. Shock horror. The vegetarian sandwich took out my top 10 list. Please don't unsubscribe if you disagree. And if you're not subscribed, then do subscribe. And let me know in the comments, what's your top 10? Or at least top 3. What's your favorite sandwiches, the ones that you could eat no matter what? Legends, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go find a couch and have a sleep because I've eaten far too many sandwiches. We'll see you next week. Peace.